Okay. And next time, it might be easier if you come get your blanket first and then come get your stuff. Okay. Do you want me to put this up there for you? You got it. There you go. Good. Okay. I'm gonna go be sure nothing's tangled up this time. Alright, here you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't get it through, Daddy. It's right here. From like when he's cantering and trotting. And when you put them on, these don't really fit him, but they serve a purpose. When you put them on, the straps, when you put them on, they always point towards the back. So this one is his left boot and this one is his right boot. And you just take it, wrap it around here. And so that's going to keep all this supported. Like, you know, whenever, have you ever played soccer? So, have you ever seen somebody play soccer? You know how they have like little shin guards here? It's protecting their legs. Just like when they have little ankle things on, that's what that's doing for them. Like whenever they're trotting and they get on like a hard ground of dirt or something, it'll like send shock up his legs, and that'll just help him out some so it doesn't hurt as bad. Actually, it doesn't hurt at all. But let me get these elbows too. And older horses need them more than younger horses, just because of the fact that they're older and a little bit more fragile. I'm sure you saw these. Or did your old trainer not ever use them? Okay, well these aren't like these here because these have the padding inside and these don't. Normally these are for like whenever your horse is going on the trailer or in the stall, but when you have these splint boots on here, you don't really need much more protection, so we can just use these on them and it serves the same purpose. And you know the straps always point in the front. Like, you probably didn't know that, but you do now. And so this always goes in the front because if it's back here, when his foot hits it, it's gonna undo it. So, and this one's actually been torn off because it got twisted around. And next time, I'll let you hook all these. Think you can do it? Okay, let me go ahead and show you since I'm showing you. When you're jumping, you need it's like necessary to have split boots and bell boots because they're constantly landing on their legs and that's a lot of stress on their legs. These are for their back legs. You don't really need them in pleasure riding like we do or in like barrel racing and stuff, but I'll go ahead and show you how you put them on. All you do is you do the same thing you did on the other one, and it's your You point him back. And this is just whenever he was younger, he got caught up in barbed wire fighting with another horse before we had him, and it just left a really big scar. But you take it and you just put him on. Same way you did the other ones. And so that's going to protect his back legs. Okay? And we don't like them. They don't like wearing the ones on their back legs. They're like, it's all weird for them. Alright, gonna go get your bridle and your helmet. I feel bad for making you wear a helmet, but I'm gonna hold it for you this first time, but then I'll let you hold them for it. Okay, so these are your reins, this is your bridle, and this is your bit. Okay, so when you're putting it on him, you want it to look the same as if his head was here. So if it's turned this way and you put your reins over his head like this, then it's just going to be all twisted, and then it's just going to be hard to get it on. So you want to stop and you want to look, okay, is this how it would go on his head? And if it is, are the reins like that will go over his neck. Alright, and so what you're going to do is you're going to unhook his clips. Okay, and then you put the reins over his head, because you never know, something could spook him and he could run off and he wouldn't have anything around his neck or on his head. Okay, we need to get a brush and brush that a little bit because that's gunky. Alright, so then you're going to take off his halter. Same way you put it on. There you go. And here, while we're at it, we'll go ahead and brush his face off real quick because it's still dirty. Here, you get one side and I'll get the other, because you weren't able to see this with his halter on. And if you ever go to put the bridle on and you see that their face is dirty like this, be sure and take the time to brush it off, because if you don't, it's going to be very, very uncomfortable for them. And it's going to rub and it's going to pull hairs out. He actually needs a bath today, if y'all are interested in giving one. Yeah. He needs a serious bath. He is disgusting.
Yeah, let's give him a bath, Daddy.
Alright, now I'll put that up for you. Just remind me after so I don't forget. Okay, and so when you hold your bridle, he's going to take his head and he's going to put it down. Most horses are going to put their head up, but everybody does it differently. I take it and I hold it just like this, and I open the bit up. And so you're going to hold it with your hands here, and when you take it, you're going to place it on his head like this. Okay? And so this is whenever it comes in handy to do like this and open it up. Now Dakota, more than likely, he's going to open his mouth for you. But if you don't, if you have a horse that's not going to, you take your thumb and you press right here. There's no teeth there. But you see how he opens? There is no teeth there, so it won't hurt you. Okay? And then you just pull his ears forward and you put it on. Alright, so I want you to do it. So stand to the left side. And then he's going to be a little tricky with you and test you. See? Here, let me help you hold his head still. Because he's going to trick you. He's going to see what you're made of. There you go. Good job. And most of the time he won't be that hard the first time you put it in his mouth. Alright, and you also want to be sure all this is always forward and that's always back, because you don't want all this bunched up. Alright, and so another thing is sometimes this piece can get pulled down here, or it can be like this, but that's not the way you want it. You always want to stop and push it up towards their ears. It doesn't necessarily have to be, well, I can't go right here, but you want it just right here. Okay, just like an inch away from his ears. That way he isn't rubbing and pinching him. Okay, and then if your body's tied down, it'll be okay. Alright, so then you're going to take, and this is your phone too. This is your third latch. You're going to take it and you hook it for Dakota on the first one. You also want to be sure that you can fit 4 fingers under here comfortably. You know what that means when I say comfortably? Not like bunched up like this, 4 fingers, but like this. Because sometimes when they swallow, that's going to extend a little bit, and you don't want it to be uncomfortable for them. Okay, so that is all for tacking up, except for your tie down, which is, it'll be alright. I'm going to tighten up your saddle a little bit for you. Okay. Alright, you're going to grab your helmet. And if that crop is over there, will you grab it too? If you see it. I'm not sure what's that. My sister likes to take it and run with it. There it is. Okay. And so you can always hang up your crop on your saddle up here. There you go. Got it? Can you move it please? There, you got it. Okay, so now you want to take his reins off of his head and walk him over there to your picnic table. Okay. And so we'll go out to